What up, everybody? As we're down to the final episode of Power Book Force, it looks like the crossover scene from the credit scene of the last episode of Power Book 2, where Tariq received a mystery phone call, is finally here, as the episode 10 trailer shows Tommy over at Miguel's spot as he says that he's gonna call in a favor. So this is obviously talking about calling Tariq, since we know it was Tariq who got the phone call in the credit scene with somebody asking him for help. Keep it in mind that before the scene plays, it says spoiler alert, meaning that this scene was something that we're going to see play out in the future, not something like the credit scene of OG Power when we never actually got to see that scene in Raising Kanan, and now they've even hired different actors for origins and are going to have a time jump that is past that scene. A quick refresher, that credit scene, Tariq is at a park or something like that next to a hot dog stand as he gets a phone call from somebody and tells them that he hadn't heard from them in a minute. Then the other person on the line begins to speak as Tariq responds, "Yeah, I do, but what's up though?" And I believe that this is Tommy asking Tariq if he has his back. Then after Tariq asks Tommy what's going on, Tommy tells him about whatever he has going on in Chicago and why he's calling Tariq for help. After Tommy explains to Tariq why he's in need of his help, Tariq tells Tommy to tell him to bring the smoke and we'll come lay him the fuck out. Simple. This was one of the biggest clues that Tariq was talking to Tommy, as that's a line that Tommy has used multiple times, including when he was talking to Tariq in the crossover in episode 10 of season 1 of Ghost. Then after Tariq says that, Tommy says something else that leads Tariq to tell him that they're family for life, send the info, and he was on his way. And before I move on with this video, let me clear something up for the final time, because I'm still seeing people confused in my comment section in regards to the Force timeline. The Force timeline is ahead of the Book 2 timeline, and Tommy has already went back to NYC and hashed things out with Tasha sometime around episode 6 to 8 of season 2 of Force. And now that JP's dead, this is 100% confirmed, because Tommy was telling Tasha about how he had a brother and a nephew and how he was trying to protect them. So with JP now being dead, we know that this has already taken place off screen. In regards to what point in the episode we'll see Tommy make the phone call and Tariq arrive is the biggest question at this point, and also what leads Tommy to calling Tariq in the first place. Because right now, Tariq is only one man, and Tommy has plenty of backup. He has Shanti Showstopper's crew, he has Miguel and the Insane Princess, and as far as we know, he still has Peter and the Albanians on his side as well. And none of that changed at the end of episode 9, as Diamond was the only main character to get killed in the shootout at the church. Either though, now that Diamond is dead, Jannard is going to have a serious rallying cry to get the troops ready to go against Tommy when he lets all the CBI know that Tommy killed Diamond, their gang leader, and all the CBI is going to be coming for Tommy. Jannard will also probably try to rally whatever crews he still has left in the coalition against Tommy as well. But at this point, he has the Assyrians, the DSDs, and the SODs. And we already know that Iz from the DSDs is cool with Tommy, and so is Malik from the SODs. And with Diamond now being out of the picture and not knowing Jannard like that, they could easily flip over to Tommy's new coalition. So based upon all this, it's really difficult to say why exactly Tommy would be calling in Tariq for a favor. It might end up being simply about having a fresh face that nobody in Chicago will see coming or know who he is after he takes care of his business. Tariq could simply end up being known as the Ghost of Chicago. But speaking of ghosts, I believe that Tariq is going to show up and save Tommy, very similar to how Ghost saved Tommy in Season 3 of OG Power, when Dylan and the Koreans came for Tommy, and Tommy was hiding behind a car as they were shooting at him, and Ghost came from behind and dropped Dylan and the other shooter before the driver took off. From the trailer, it looks like Tariq is going to save Tommy in a similar type of way, as we can see Tommy hiding behind a truck, and it looks like he's either been shot or his gun is jammed or out of bullets, and there's 3 guys closing in on him, and as they're about to take Tommy out of nowhere, all 3 of them are picked off one by one. The trailer definitely makes it seem like this is going to be the scene when Tariq shows up and saves Tommy. And it looks like these 3 guys are going to be Tariq's first 3 kills in the city of Chicago. But the question is, who are these guys closing in on Tommy? And if we look close, the guy on top of the truck is the kid named Smiley, who did the robbery with D-Mac when they robbed the 9/7s in episode 3. Ironically, I just talked about him in a video I made a few days ago, and how losing his good friend Nutty Boy wiped the smile off of his face. And since Smiley and Nutty Boy was CBI members, this is obviously CBI members who side with Jannard coming for Tommy. One of the other guys is an older guy who I don't remember ever seeing on screen before. And the third guy, either though it's kind of hard to tell, it looks like it could potentially be the other kid who Marshall brought alongside Smiley and Nutty Boy, named Taker. So in addition to turning CBI against Tommy because he was who killed Diamond, Jannard is also going to be able to turn the younger members of CBI against Tommy by telling them that Tommy killed Marshall. And if he wanted to, because Smiley and Taker are still upset about Nutty Boy getting killed, Jannard could even say that doing the robbery of the 9/7s was all Tommy and D-Mac's idea, now that Marshall is no longer alive to contradict his story. So it looks like Tariq's first 3 kills on force is going to be saving Tommy from CBI members trying to take him out, in a similar way that Ghost saved Tommy in Season 3 of OG Power. A couple other details in regards to Tariq showing up in Chicago is what kind of vehicle is he going to be driving when he arrives. Keeping in mind that he didn't have a car at the conclusion of Book 2, but by the time the credit scene takes place, we can assume he already had a car now that he's a boss getting product directly from Chinadu, similar to how he bought that blue Porsche right after he started working for Noma. So I'm definitely interested to see what Tariq's gonna be pulling up to Chicago in. And also, is Tariq gonna bring his boy Braden Weston with him to have his back? And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.